Hello, people, and welcome to another edition of Deconstructing Hip Hop, the show where geek meets ghetto, aka the show where we break down classic hip hop tracks using modern day music production tools. Now, today's track comes from a duo whose MC is arguably one of the best that ever did it. Eric B. and Rakim broke new ground when they dropped Paid in Full, without a question. Now, I was a little too young to really fully appreciate that album when it came out, but when I was a little older and really starting to get into hip hop, rest assured, I did my homework after the fact. Now, I really didn't get to truly hear and appreciate Rakim until Don't Sweat the Technique, and by that time, he was already a rap legend. Now, I personally feel that Rakim was the greatest rapper of his time. The thing about Rakim was that he changed the rap game. He was a true rap poet that didn't just rhyme the words at the end of his lines. I mean, he would rhyme them within the lines himself, and I'd be hard pressed to think of another rapper who did that at that time. And in fact, I really can't think of one off the top of my head. Even listening to Rakim's rhymes now, you can see how his cadence, flow, delivery, and style have really aged well. I mean, you could put many of his lyrics to modern beats, assuming the tempos line up, and you know what? It would sound great. Now, Paid in Full was the title track off of their debut album, and to me, it personifies everything that makes a hot hip-hop track. Smooth lyrics over a funky beat. No overproduction, no fancy effects, it was what it was. Now, the production credits on this track go to both Eric B. and Rakim, but on the track itself, you hear Eric B. taking credit for the production. Now, there were rumors that Marley Marl was the true producer of the track, but nothing was ever officially confirmed. Now, what we do know is that the Paid in Full album was recorded at Marley's place, so anything's possible. Now, what I don't know specifically was what gear was used to put the track together. Now, I only needed about 5 seconds of sample time to put the beat together, so it could have been done on anything from an EMU SP12, assuming its memory was expanded to full capacity, or something like an Akai S900, which, if I know my specs correctly, it had enough sample time. Actually, it had a lot of sample time. Now, the song was actually pretty easy for me to remake. It's made up of 2 samples from the Soul Searchers Ashley's Roach clip, a 1-bar drum loop that's a classic loop in hip-hop, and the flute sample that's just under 1 bar. Now, Eric B scratches in part of Fab Five Freddy's Change the Beat, but I had to leave that out since I don't have a turntable. Now, the last bit of the song is the bass line from Dennis Edwards and Siedah Garrett's Don't Look Any Further, which you Biggie fans will recognize as the sample that was used on Junior Mafia's Get Money remix. Now, the thing is that in Paid in Full, it was not sampled. It was replayed, probably on a synthesizer. Now, because I've been getting my hands dirty with Native Instruments Maschine, that's what I used to do most of the work on this track. But I really needed to emulate the bass sound in Paid in Full, and I wasn't able to get the sound using Machine's built-in samples. So I used Reason Subtractor Synthesizer because it's so tweakable. I mean, you could adjust so many different parameters that it was pretty easy for me to approximate the sound of the Paid in Full bass. Then I also layered on a couple of effects in Reason just to make that sound extra perfect. Now, after playing the bass line in Reason, I sampled it into Maschine. All in all, I think it came out pretty good. Just check it out and let me know what you think in the comments. Not too bad if I must say so myself, and I must. Paid in Full is definitely one of the best hip hop albums ever, so I really doubt that this is going to be the last track that I cover off of it. In the meantime, like the Facebook page at facebook.com/deconstructinghiphop and share the clip on your timeline. Please share it. Now, you can also find me on YouTube at youtube.com/deconstructinghiphop. Now, if you want to request a song, follow me on Twitter at reply me your song request at twitter.com/RogerGill79. Well, it's a holiday weekend here in the United States. I got my really loud yellow shirt on that makes me look like Pac-Man, and I got to bounce. So until next time, people, peace, peace.